I just don't want to forget anything else. Hey everyone, I'm Nikki and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be how I lost 50 pounds in 5 months. That sounds crazy and I never ever thought I'd be saying that, but here I am. I did it. I'm making this video because I just want to help anyone who's in the situation that I was in before I started my weight loss journey, just to know that you can do it, because I never thought I would be able to do this. If I can do it, you can do it. And I wanted to make this video to really show you guys how you can lose 50 pounds as well, or whatever your goal is. And 5 months is actually pretty quick to lose 50 pounds. And everybody loses at their own pace, but this is what I did personally to lose 50 pounds in 5 months. Go ahead and give it a like and subscribe if you are interested in learning how to lose 50 pounds, or you're looking for healthy meal ideas, healthy snack ideas. You can also follow me on Instagram at nikkigets_fit. And I post a lot of my meals there. Just different stuff about my lifestyle and what works for me. Let's go ahead and get started. Just a little background. My whole life I've been a little overweight. When I was in elementary school, I was a little chubbier, middle school as well. I was always really an active kid. I played volleyball from 5th grade through college, but I still was always just a bigger girl. And I know now that it was mainly my diet, because like I said, I was extremely active. I've always been self-conscious about my weight, but it had never become a health issue really until the past few years. In the past probably 3 years, put on about 50 pounds very quickly. And I knew it wasn't okay. I was in pain. I had a hard time doing easy activities. I'm 6 feet tall, so the weight is a little more evenly distributed, so I was almost able to get away with it for longer in my head. It just got to a point where I knew I needed to change. The start of my weight loss journey, there were two main things that really sparked it. And the first was something clicked with me that I shouldn't feel bad for this. I need to stop feeling bad for myself about it, because nothing's gonna change unless I do. Nobody is going to help me. I need to help myself. It took me realizing that I don't need to feel bad about this. This doesn't make me a worse person because I'm bigger. I was working a full-time job as well as starting up a business out of my home that took up double what a full-time job takes up. So I was not sleeping. I was eating horribly. We were eating out every meal because it was what was easy. And I honestly was just putting my health on the back burner, and that wasn't okay. And I had to a lot of catching up to do because of it. A big part of starting my weight loss journey was also the fear of getting an illness. I was scared that I was borderline diabetic, which is very possible. I didn't want to spend money on healthy food, but I was going to be paying hospital bills soon because of my health. And so that kind of clicked in my head as well. Now, my fiance also has struggled with his weight his whole life. Us being together and our love for food also wasn't the best thing. We had so many nights where we would just lay in bed and say like, okay, tomorrow we're gonna do it. We're gonna make the change. We're going to lose weight. We can do this. It would be tears. We'd be crying. We would be so like mad at ourselves for getting in this spot that we were in. And the next day we would order Jersey Mike's, or we would order noodles, and it just wasn't healthy. Really, something needed to change. I watched so many YouTube videos about how to lose weight, and so many times I just would get frustrated because right in the beginning, they would say, you need to make a lifestyle change. You need to have a better diet. It's 80% diet, 20% exercise. And I liked working out, so I thought that I could just work off my bad diet, and that's not true. As much as maybe you don't want to hear it, I know it's difficult to get started, but the most important thing to lose weight is your diet. That there's no going around that. It is your diet. What happened with us is one night I was just scrolling through Instagram. I was looking through transformation pictures. I had seen a few pages that had posted about Weight Watchers. I knew about Weight Watchers when I was younger. I knew parents who did Weight Watchers. I always thought it was you had to go to these meetings, and it was just like something that I wasn't ready to do because I was so embarrassed about my weight. And I didn't feel comfortable going in to these meetings to weigh in front of someone. That was like a huge fear of mine. I did a little research and I actually found out that there's Weight Watchers online. So you aren't required to go in. You don't have to do weigh-ins. You don't have weekly meetings. It's all through an app and you do it on your own. I talked to Adam the next day and we just decided, okay, let's try this. It's something new. Maybe we can do this. We had tried MyFitnessPal in the past, tracking calories, and calories were just too overwhelming for us. We just never stuck with it. And I think it was like 3 months free trial when we had started. So we really had nothing to lose. With Weight Watchers, it's a point system, and there's 3 different plans. We both decided to do the blue plan. I had also found the Weight Watchers community on YouTube. They talked about different snacks that were low point that they could do. And it kind of just became a game to find these like low point foods or 0 point foods. So there's 0 point foods on the plan that are like, with the blue plan, vegetables, eggs, fruits, non-fat yogurt. So there's certain things that don't even count as points. So in the beginning, we were filling up on those. We would eat tons of hard-boiled eggs, scrambled eggs every morning. Obviously, just getting more fruits and vegetables that we were not used to having before. We decided to look at our previous diet of eating out and kind of see how many points were we eating in a day. I started out with about 35 points or 36 points that I was able to eat in a day. What we calculated on average that we were eating in a day was 100 to 150 points daily. That's insane. Right now I'm down to 25 points daily where I'm at, and I don't even know how we sustained that diet. Honestly, a lot of times I would find that I would just eat because I was bored. I wasn't eating because I was hungry. And with Weight Watchers, I really learned how to eat until I'm full. Maybe not even eat till I'm full, wait a little bit, see if I still want to eat more. And if I do, I can, but if I don't, I didn't need more and I didn't need to keep eating like I would have in the past. One big thing with Weight Watchers as well was portion sizes. I bought a scale, a kitchen scale, and I started weighing my food. And I really, really recommend getting a kitchen scale because for me, the thing we used it most for was cheese. And oh my gosh, I eat too much cheese. I learned that. With the scale, you weigh out 28 grams of cheese. That's your 3-point serving, and that's it. And honestly, that's when I started to realize like, wow, regular portion sizes are actually enough. I was overeating. I was eating because I was bored and eating my feelings, and it just wasn't working for me. We didn't restrict ourselves from any food. We didn't restrict ourselves from any food, and that is what worked for us, and that is what works with Weight Watchers because that's what makes it sustainable. You don't have to cut out any foods. You can find healthier replacements like we did. We filled our diets with more fruits and veggies, but we still ate bread. I still would have a donut at work when I wanted a donut at work. It might have been 10 points for a bite, but you still have to mix it up. The next thing I want to talk about is water and staying hydrated. Now, this is something that is so much harder than you think because you forget to drink water. What I did was I got myself this nice half-gallon jug. I got Adam a gallon jug. We both try to drink ours entirely in a day, but throughout the day, I also try to chug glasses of water. Now, what I found helps me, and this is just kind of weird, every 1 to 2 hours, go in the kitchen, pour myself a 12-ounce glass of water, and I just chug it. And that is something that helps me get my water intake in because I have a hard time with it. And it's not even that I want to drink other drinks. It's just that honestly, I forget to drink water. If this is something that you struggle with as well, I highly, highly recommend getting a big water and actually challenging yourself. I mean, this has like the hour mark. I don't really follow that. I pretty much just try to finish this in a day. Another thing that I also started doing was drinking a glass of water before each meal. And I didn't do this for every meal. You'll notice that when you drink a glass of water, you wait a few minutes, you do fill up a little bit. And then as you're eating, you do feel fuller faster. And a lot of times when you feel hungry, you're just thirsty or you're just dehydrated. Another thing along the lines of drinking water is drinking your calories. One thing that we would get, Adam and I, we would get these large energy punches from Dunkin' Donuts, and they're just a monster with blue raspberry syrup in them pretty much. Looking those up, 25 points for one of those drinks. In a matter of an hour, I was drinking my calories for the day. That was just very eye-opening. The next thing that's important is exercise. And this was something that I kind of wanted to slowly add in because I really did want to focus on my diet. What I did was I started rollerblading. So that was a huge help in getting me out and active again because before I never made time for physical activity. Like I said, I liked working out, but when I was working full-time and working on my business, exercise was just not an option. And it should have been, I just didn't make it an option. Another thing that we started doing, making an effort just to walk our dogs more. If it takes 10 minutes to go do it, you're still getting up and doing something active, and that felt better. We would go play tennis sometimes because we have a lot of fun playing tennis. And again, that's not something super crazy active. We're not burning thousands of calories, but we're out and moving. And that helped a lot. I've also started going back to the gym. That is something that has made me so happy. In volleyball, I loved lifting weights. That was something that went away when I graduated college, and everything else just took over. I stopped going to the gym. I stopped lifting weights, and that really sucked because I really did enjoy that. Going to the gym has helped me a lot, and actually I was still really self-conscious going even after losing a good amount of weight. What I do is my gym's 24 hours and I'll go because it works with my schedule at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes I'll after dinner, I'll just sleep for a little bit, wake up, work on stuff, go to the gym and come home. And I just feel so much more confident. If this isn't something that's possible for you, I mean, of course, finding a time when the gym isn't the busiest is gonna help. But another thing I did was I got a gym guide. With that gym guide, I would have it up on my phone and I'd go in and follow the gym guide. I would see the picture, I would see the explanation, and I would go do it. And I felt a little more comfortable because, like I said, I've lifted weights in the past, so I kind of knew what I was doing. It just really gave me confidence that I had a plan to go in. And then from there, now I don't use the guides anymore, but if I do, I add to them. So I would use that as like a baseline and then add like a superset to whatever was on the guide. So you don't have to stick to this guide. You can if it makes you comfortable, but I found that it took me a little bit of time, and then I was comfortable doing what I wanted to do at the gym. There are a few just like extra things that I did throughout my weight loss that I really think are important to mention. I really think that they just helped me stay on track and they help motivate me. So one of the biggest things that I did that I highly recommend was I created an Instagram for accountability. I could post my meals, I could post my transformation pictures, I could post when I'm struggling, I could, whatever I needed to do to kind of journal this journey or like keep track of and see the progress along the way. That was only a small part of it. A big part of it was the community that I was joining with this Instagram. I found a lot of Weight Watcher people on Instagram that helped me tremendously. I'm so happy that I made this Instagram because they're so motivating and just so positive. And if you're struggling with something, they're there to give you advice because they're going through the same thing. I just think that it just built me up, and even to build other people up or just see what others are going through when they're struggling or when they're having success. It's motivating, and I just highly recommend joining some sort of online community. I also have joined the Marley Llewellyn Facebook page because that was the gym guide I purchased. And again, that is something that it's just so positive. Everybody else is we're all just trying to get healthy and lose weight. So everybody's motivating each other on there. It's such a positive environment, and I really recommend that you join something like that. The other thing that is so important is progress pictures. I think progress pictures are such a better way to measure your progress than the scale. The scale fluctuates all the time. Water weight affects it. So many different things affect your weight, technically. But with progress pictures, you can see the progress that you're making. It is so motivating. It's so motivating to see where you started, and even in a week to see a little bit of progress. And again, you can't expect to see it right away. It took me probably 3 weeks till I really started to feel a difference. I saw the number go down on the scale. The first 2 weeks on Weight Watchers were actually very successful for me. I think it was such a shock to change my portion sizes the way I did. And the crazy thing is I really did not feel hungry at all. And I was expecting to feel restricted and feel hungry and just not satisfied all the time. That was huge. And that is what helped me with my beginning progress. The first week I lost 3.6 pounds and the second week I lost 6.6. So in the first 2 weeks I lost 10 pounds, which was huge and extremely motivating for me. Again, I saw the number and that was motivating. But as that started to slowly decrease each week, I needed something to keep me motivated, and that's what these progress pictures did. I picked out, I want to say 4 or 5 different outfits. I did a few different outfits, front and side view, and I took pictures of those, and I just kept those hidden for a while. I would try those outfits on periodically when I would take my transformation pics. So my progress pictures weren't always just a normal picture of me. I would put on this black dress that I had tried on in the beginning. And actually the first day I tried it on, it didn't zip. And now I wear it and it's a little big on me. It's just cool to see pictures in specific outfits. That was something different that I did, that it was just crazy to see how they slowly started to fit better or become too big on me. And so I really recommend just taking different outfits for your progress pictures. Take a few. Spend an hour your first day that you decide to do this, taking a bunch before pictures. It will motivate you. It motivated me, I know that. One thing I want to say about this, because I know I was uncomfortable taking the pictures, like having these pictures on my phone. What if someone went through my phone and saw me in a sports bra with my stomach hanging out? Like, I didn't want that to happen. What I did was, when I would take the pictures, if you go into your albums, you can go down to the bottom. There's a little button that says hidden. So now with that, you can go ahead in and you can see all of your hidden photos. So I started out with all of my progress pictures, and I would just hide them right away because I didn't want someone getting in my phone and seeing these pictures and being embarrassed. I don't know. That was something that held me back before, because previously when I wanted to try losing weight, I would take progress pictures and then I would delete them right away because I didn't want anyone to see them. If that's something that is holding you back, just know that little tip, because that helped me a lot. And then the last thing that we started doing was we started drinking our greens. Now, these are from Sam's Club, and these are okay. I still drink these sometimes, but I definitely prefer my other greens. They're very earthy. They're not enjoyable to drink. I do not enjoy drinking these. And I wouldn't drink a full glass with this. I would just mix a little bit of water, put a scoop in, enough that I could just quickly chug and then chug some water. And I would do that every morning. You just feel better after you take them. They're supposed to help with digestive health. You get your serving of veggies and fruits. I also ordered the Bloom supplements, Bloom greens, which these are amazing. I love these greens. I have noticed such a difference after taking them. They're supposed to help with digestive health, bloating, and immunity. So my main reason I take these now is for bloating. With these greens, it keeps your stomach like flat throughout the day. It seriously takes away so much of that extra bloat. Taking that bloat away, honestly, bloat a lot of times made me so discouraged. And obviously you're still gonna get bloat. It's not gonna take away your bloat, but it did help me a lot. I highly recommend, if it's possible, invest in some sort of supplement, because even if it's not fully for what that specific supplement's doing, like just taking something that is helping your health, it's improving your health, it makes it more motivating to continue doing things for your health, if that makes sense. This is one thing that I haven't really seen in other videos, but it's something that I thought of in the beginning and it just helped me a ton. I decided that I was gonna reward myself after certain points in my journey. Not so much making achievements, not hitting a certain weight or anything like that. It was staying consistent for a month. The first reward was I was gonna stay consistent for a month, and then if I did that, I would get this foot massager that I wanted from Amazon. And I actually ordered it before I had even hit the month. We had been going maybe like 2 weeks, and I just like, I was so motivated. I wanted that foot massager, and I knew that if I bought it and it was sitting there, I had to earn it. I couldn't just like stop tracking and stop staying on track with this new lifestyle like I was trying to do. So if I saw it sitting there, it also motivated me a little more. It gave me that extra push. So then I decided to have a little bit of bigger things for 3 months and 6 months. So for 3 months, I decided I was gonna get a tattoo because that was something I wanted to do. It was something that had to do with, I was self-conscious before. I wanted more tattoos, but I just like didn't feel comfortable in my body. So I thought 3 months was huge. To be able to consistently stay with Weight Watchers and stay with this new lifestyle for 3 months was a big deal for me. At that point, when we hit 3 months, it was so exciting to go and get my tattoo. Making them a reward, not for losing a certain amount of weight or hitting a certain milestone, just hitting 3 months of consistent tracking was a huge accomplishment, and I deserved something. I deserved to treat myself. Then at 6 months, I wanted to dye my hair blue, and I hit that reward. I've already passed blue, now I'm on to purple, so that's how that's going. I just think that rewarding yourself along the way, and it doesn't even have to be something expensive. Obviously, my first 2 were pretty expensive. My 6-month achievement cost me 10 bucks. I bought a box of hair dye. I don't know, it's something different. It's something that was just game-changing for me personally, and I think that it could help others as well. And like I said, I feel like it's important to make it about hitting a certain like consistency instead of hitting a certain goal. Because say I set a weight for myself and I didn't hit that 3 months, so I didn't get the reward, I just think that's so much more discouraging. Even if I was motivated the whole time, it just doesn't always work out that way, that I would hit the goal weight that I wanted or something. But tracking consistently and working out and all that, that is what got me to where I am. Having that motivate me, having those rewards motivate me if I stayed consistent, worked. Those are my main tips for losing 50 pounds in 5 months and what I did to lose 50 pounds in 5 months. Things will work differently for different people. This is just what worked for me. And I'm hoping that making this video, even if there's one tip that can help someone or one person that I can help get started on their weight loss journey, that is worth it. Because to go from the place that I was at before I started my journey to where I'm at now, not even talking about my physical body, my mental state and my physical health have drastically improved. And I am just in such a better place now. And if I can help someone else get there, I would love that. I really want to just give as much information as I can, because I know how much that helped me when I was going through my journey. And when I'm still going through my journey, I still have goals. I still am trying to lose another 20 pounds. It's just seeing other people on similar journeys, hearing what worked for other people. Sometimes it works for you, sometimes it doesn't, but it's worth trying. And so if I can help someone in any way, I will be so happy about that. Again, I just want to go over the most important thing in your weight loss journey is diet. There's no way around that. You cannot outwork a poor diet. You can't. I just think it's really important that that is your starting point when you want to start your weight loss journey. You have to focus on what your diet is. And it doesn't have to be drastic, and do not restrict anything, because when you restrict, it just makes you crave it more. You'll start to see that the more and more that you eat these healthier foods, these like nourishing foods, you don't even crave the bad stuff anymore as much. I don't even crave the barbecue pork mac and cheese that I craved every day when I was overweight. Like that was my go-to favorite meal. I love that. I still eat it. The way that this is sustainable is incorporating the things that you still love. It's not restricting yourself. I think that's why Weight Watchers was so good for me. I don't think that you need to use Weight Watchers. There's actually also a free version, this app called iTrackBites. That is a free way to track points, and I think it's like exactly comparable. That's something that I've thought about trying just to see the difference between that and Weight Watchers, but any sort of tracking. And if calories are overwhelming, that's why Weight Watchers worked for me. So maybe that's something to look into for you personally. I highly recommend tracking your food in the beginning, weighing your food in the beginning. It may seem tedious at first, but I've gotten to the point now where I can pretty much grab 28 grams of cheese without weighing it, and you'll start to adjust, and you really will get in a routine that works for you. I think the most important thing is that first month, just staying so consistent. When you are on track and consistent in that first month, you develop these habits, you kick these cravings. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope that you found something helpful in this video, that there were some tips that can get you started on your weight loss journey, or if you're already on your journey, things that you can incorporate that will help you out. It really is just a learning curve. It's learning what works for you, what is sustainable. That is the most important thing, is sustainability. You need to be able to sustain this new lifestyle. A lot of times when I was starting out, I did not want to hear that. I started so many diets. I didn't want to hear that I just had to change my lifestyle, because that just sounded so hard. It sounded so overwhelming that you have to watch your diet, you have to do this. And I never wanted to hear that it was that I had to change my lifestyle. Thanks so much for watching. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more health and weight loss content. I'm going to be doing a video with Adam about how we lost a combined 120 pounds soon. I'm going to be posting a lot of snacks that we like to eat, just different things that helped us along the way. I really want to just provide anything that I can to help other people in their journey. Just know that you can do it, and it does take time and it takes consistency. But even I was able to lose 50 pounds in 5 months. 5 months went by very quickly. You can do it quickly and healthy as well. It's what your body adjusts to. It's what works for you. And so I made a lot of changes, but that's what worked for me. And if you're able to do them or do something similar that works for you, do it, because it will get you where you want to be. It takes consistency. It takes hard work. It's not easy, but you can do it. You just have to make it realistic with your lifestyle, with your work schedule, with your financial state. If you can't afford supplements right now, don't. But if it's something that you can spend a little extra money on and it'll help you stay on track, then do it. Just do it, because sitting there thinking about it is not going to get you there, but doing it is, and you can do it. And that's why I'm here to tell you that, because I did it and I never, ever, ever thought I could do it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.